Hey, welcome back guys. So our pages plugin in progress here, and we need to be able to add pages in the admin section. So let me click admin here, and we should see a pages thingy here to start with. Okay, so let's go ahead and make that happen. So I'm going to go close all files here to my plugins and go to the pages plugin, basic pages. That's the one. So in the plugin.php here, I want to see where we add a link to the admin section. So you can easily just copy from other plugins, right? Like the basic admin, no, not that one. Let's say the main menu plugin. We know that it has a link there, so we can just grab whatever is producing that, which is this part right here. So I'm going to copy this part and copy. No, this is not. Oh yeah, this is the part. Yep, this is the part. Okay, so copy that. Let's come back to basic pages and plugin.php. Now we can put this function anywhere we please. It doesn't matter. I like to put the after query at the end for no apparent reason, but you can do whatever you want. The order of these functions does not matter at all. Okay, so we have that, and we can say view pages. Yep, view pages is really one of the permissions. So I'm gonna say pages here. And do we have a plugin route here? Plugin route pages. Okay, that's cool. Okay, that should work actually. So if I refresh, now we have pages here. Cool. Let's see. I'm looking for the right icon here. That's not a thing. Okay, let's go to font awesome. I want to search. Hopefully this loads quickly. So let's say page, right? Do we have anything for page? Okay, so there's file. File aligns. I think that works. There we go. Okay, that looks like pages. So if I click on it, there we go. Admin content for page plugin. So things are working as intended. So the first thing obviously is a list of pages here that we should have, and then we should have the add button, edit button, and so forth. Now we don't really have to type all of this in from scratch. We can actually just copy what we have for our users thingy, because most of these things are pretty much the same. So a lot of this will be the same. Only difference here is that we will be using, I don't know what's better, whether to use Ajax when uploading or not, but I think we probably should, because sometimes page content can be a lot. So it's good to have a progress bar when you're uploading and stuff. But in the meantime, we can just copy the user's system here. So let me go to the user's manager, and let's look at the view files here. So there's all these view files here. So all I need to do is just copy these guys over. So one copy. Now we don't need the view, because to just view the page, I think we can just view the actual page. So I'll copy everything else except that view there, and then go to basic pages and view files. So we have admin and front end. Now we don't really need this. Wait, do we? Yes, we do. Okay. So I'm gonna go inside that and paste to replace. Oh, so we do have that view thingy. Okay, so we'll replace view with list. So I'm going to delete that and close this. So the next thing I would do is copy the controllers, because we have basically similar style here. And I'm going to say open folder, copy those, close that guy. Let's go to controller and open that. Let me delete that file and paste this stuff here. Okay, cool. Now we need to change a few things. That's what we needed from there. So now I want us to change inside the plugin.php. I want us to change that reference of the view file to list. So right there, we change that to list. Okay, cool. That alone should do the trick. So if I click on pages, this is what we get. So let's fix some of these errors. So it says require plugin controller blah blah. Oh, by the way, something that was bugging me, because from the previous tutorial, right, from the previous video actually, where we were creating this issue with thunderPHP here. Yeah, you know, it's been in the back of my mind, but I kept forgetting what this was. So what I want is to go in the migration. This is not a problem we're having right now. It's just a future possible problem. So it's better to fix it, because to be a good programmer, you have to be able to think in the future. What if somebody does this? What if they do that? And so on. So here, I'm going to this line where we added this loop in the previous video. So there's this part where it says get all files from the folder. This is the part that actually loops. So now, since this is an actual loop, when you're instantiating a class like this, there's always a possibility that the class name you use here could be the same as a previous class. You never know. This is a possibility here. It's not a problem right now, but it could be. So what I want us to do is copy this and put it here, like so. That way we just have class name here, and then we can put class name in here like this. Okay, cool. Doesn't seem like much, but the reason I've done this is so that I have a class name that I can check before I actually instantiate it. And also, I want to require the file just after checking if it exists. So let me do this. Let me move this back a little bit. So we are including the file here just before instantiating it. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because it's very possible that you have, let's say, a users table. I don't know why you'd have two names, but it's very possible. I've had a project where it was like that, and it was a problem. I couldn't migrate files properly. So in case for some reason you have, because they are all in the same namespace, right? So there's a function in PHP called class exists. This one right here. So this one does check for a class if it exists. So let's do this, meaning that the file has already been required and the class exists as part of the project, so that we don't have to require it again. Even though we've written require once, the file names could be very different. So it may consider this file. It's possible to have two different file names, but same class name inside it. So let's do this. We say if class exists, if not, so we've put that. If it doesn't exist, then require it. So like this, at least it saves us. Also, there is a flag here that comes with class exists, and that's a true or false. Here we have to put false, because true means if you check class exists and by default it's true, it will try and load, using the auto load, it will try and load that file so that it can tell you, oh yeah, it actually exists. So we'll put that as false there. This is just something I remembered now. Hopefully it doesn't bite us. I'll test it to make sure it's okay. If it's not, then in the next video I'll add something more. But I think for now that code has worked. I don't need to try it. I think I'm confident it's good enough until we try it, that is. Okay, so with this in mind, what error did we get anyway? I even forgot to read this error. So it says require plugins controller.php. What? Basic pages controllers. Why is this a thing? Page 47. Oh, line 47, sorry. Let's see. Okay, so it says require. Oh, okay, so controllers does not exist anymore because there's just the add, edit, and delete. So in this case, we need to put that if statement. So let me see how I did that in the users manager. So users manager plugin.php. Let me see how I put that if statement. Okay, so this is what I actually did. Yep. This is for the controller. All right, pretty good. Actually, we can copy exactly word for word in here, everything in the controller section here. Copy, and let's paste it here. I think it actually works. The code is universal enough to work like this. How come though there's no yeah, this is very suspicious. This should be in the maybe it shouldn't be in the admin section. Who knows? Let me not tamper with that code. But what I want to do is just to make sure that the page is the admin page, right? So I'm going to say vars and go to the admin route here, like that. And okay. Very cool. Oops. Right, that actually works. Let's look at the view side of things. How did we do it? Same, this all looks good. I think it actually works as a unit as well. So I'm gonna copy this. We just have to edit a few things. Let me put this inside the view part here and paste. Yeah, cool. So with all this, the only part that changes is this part where we are getting the, instead of the user class, we're going to get the page class. So let me select all references to user here. Oops. Okay, am I going too far? No, apparently not. Okay, so let's do page instead. We'll edit what didn't get edited well. So here we have pages as a namespace, capitalized, of course. We can confirm that by checking in a model. Oh, it's actually basic pages. Okay, my bad. So let's undo basic pages. Great. And then this part here, dash page, like that. Okay, so page row does not exist, so of course we will have to edit these. So let's start with the view part here, because this is what we will run immediately. How about here? This should be page is equal to vars admin route and like that. Okay, cool. So instead of get users, it should be get pages, I guess. Okay. Okay, so this is looking good. Let's look for suspicious things, like page row is not a thing here, so let me just remove these. What else? What else? What else? Like this one as well is not a thing. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, so we still have issues. Plugins, basic pages. Why is it referencing basic pages here? Oh yeah, it is basic pages. Views, list.php. Ah, okay, so that's my bad. All references should say front end or back end, because we have inside our views we have a folder admin and front end. So let me add /admin here, like so. That should do the trick. It didn't show up. That's cool. Yeah, that's because I did only one. Okay. Let me copy this admin part /. There we go. Why isn't it showing that? I think I've missed one right here. Okay. Finally, right? Very cool. But you see, we're putting this in the view file, and it's actually supposed to come down here, right? It's also complaining about not knowing what pager is, so we could get from where we got this originally, plugin.php. Let me look for wherever pager is, and let's grab that. Oh, there is pager over here. So what is going on? So it's saying pager is not known. Page limit, page offset. Oh, okay. Pager is right here. So what's going on? Anyway, in any case, the major issue here is that we're not supposed to put this in the view. This is supposed to be in the basic admin main content. Otherwise, that's why it's showing up here. That way, the main content it will show up here, which is where it should. So, undefined variable on line 5. So let's check that out. Inside the list, line 5, there's pager. Okay. So, why is this an issue? And pager seems to be here. What is going on? Because the thing is here. What is it really saying? Undefined variable pager. Attempt to read page number or no. On line 5. Okay. Alright guys, sometimes it can be very hard to know what the error is. So let me just try and move this guy over here. That didn't change anything, which is very strange. What is going on? Okay, for now, let me mute this. Let's see what it will complain about. Oh, unexpected token, of course. Let's use HTML comments like that. Okay, So at least we're getting somewhere. But it's still complaining about page. Anyway, we can ignore this for now. What I want is to be able to add something, right? So there's an error here, undefined variable, blah, blah, blah. But we can fix all of that. And let's do that in the next video. Oh, wait a second. I think I've seen where the problem is. Hold up. Wait a minute. Yeah, these hooks are repeated here. So we had this first, then we added this. So I think I ended up removing the wrong one. So let me put view over here for the normal views. I should have replaced this one. So let's see here. Okay, at least we have eliminated the errors. Or did we? Wait, is there an error? Yeah, okay. So cool. We have that. What now? Why is the... Okay, I think that solves the problem for now, which is cool. But it seems our CSS has disappeared completely. So it says undefined variable pager again on line 92. What? Views admin list line 92. Okay. Okay, so what I want to do is, let me see where pager actually gets lost. So what I'm going to do is, this page here, where is pager? So pager is here. Let me echo out some stuff here and say, pager, I want to see if at that point it exists. It doesn't seem to be passing through here at all. So cool. Let me move this over here. Okay, so as I suspected, it doesn't even get to this point whatsoever. So something else is getting blocked before we even get... Oh, it's the view itself here. So what I'm going to do is just put some hook that I know does not exist. That way this never runs. Ah, there we go. Okay, so that saves us. Great. Right, so we'll add this stuff here in the next video.